Have you ever wondered what the real difference is between a city, a county, and a state? These terms are often used interchangeably, but they each have unique roles and responsibilities in the structure of government. In this video, we'll break down exactly what each one means, how they interact, and why understanding these distinctions matters for everyday life. By the end, you'll have a clear picture of how local and state governments work together to shape the communities we live in. Let's start with the city. A city is a specific, incorporated area with its own local government. Cities can range from small towns to massive metropolitan areas, but what they all have in common is a city council or similar governing body. This group is responsible for making decisions about local services, such as police, fire departments, parks, and public transportation. Cities are usually more densely populated than surrounding areas and often have their own set of laws and regulations that apply within their boundaries. Within a city, the government is typically organized into departments that handle different aspects of daily life. For example, there might be a department for sanitation, another for transportation, and yet another for housing. The city council, often led by a mayor, oversees these departments and sets policies that affect residents. City governments are closest to the people, making decisions that directly impact your neighborhood, schools, and local businesses. Moving up a level, we have the county. Counties are larger than cities and often contain several cities, towns, or unincorporated areas within their borders. The main job of a county government is to provide services that are too large or expensive for individual cities to handle alone. This can include things like running the court system, maintaining county roads, and overseeing public health programs. Counties act as a bridge between city governments and the state. County governments typically have a board of supervisors or commissioners who make decisions for the entire county. They manage services like jails, public records, and sometimes even schools or libraries. Counties also play a big role in elections, property assessments, and law enforcement through the sheriff's department. Their responsibilities can vary widely depending on the state and the size of the county. Not every part of a county is part of a city. Some areas are called unincorporated, meaning they don't have their own city government. Instead, the county government provides all the local services for these regions. People living in unincorporated areas rely on the county for things like police protection, road maintenance, and zoning decisions. This setup can lead to differences in services and regulations compared to incorporated cities. At the top of this local government hierarchy is the state. Each state in the US has its own constitution, government, and set of laws. States are responsible for big picture issues like education standards, statewide transportation, and public health. They also set the framework for how counties and cities operate, granting them certain powers and responsibilities. States are the link between local governments and the federal government. State governments are modeled after the federal government, with three branches: executive, legislative, and judicial. The governor leads the executive branch, while the state legislature makes laws and the courts interpret them. States have the power to tax, spend, and regulate within their borders. They also oversee statewide agencies that manage things like highways, public universities, and environmental protection. Cities, counties, and states don't operate in isolation. They work together, sometimes sharing responsibilities and sometimes having clearly defined roles. For example, a city might handle local parks, while the county manages regional hospitals, and the state oversees public universities. This division of labor helps ensure that services are delivered efficiently and that local needs are met while maintaining statewide standards. Let's look at public safety as an example. In a city, the police department is usually run by the city government. In unincorporated areas, the county sheriff's department takes the lead. Meanwhile, the state might have highway patrol officers who enforce laws on state roads. Each level of government has its own role, but they often coordinate during emergencies or large events to keep everyone safe. Education is another area where responsibilities are shared. States set education standards and fund public schools. Counties may operate school districts, especially in rural areas. Cities might have their own school boards for urban districts. This layered approach allows for local control while ensuring that all students meet statewide requirements. Transportation infrastructure is managed at all three levels. Cities maintain local streets, counties take care of regional roads, and states are responsible for highways and major routes. This ensures that everything from neighborhood streets to interstate highways is maintained and safe for travel. Coordination between these levels is crucial for smooth commutes and efficient movement of goods. Public health is another shared responsibility. State health departments set policies and respond to statewide emergencies. Counties often run local health departments, providing services like vaccinations and inspections. Cities may also have their own health initiatives, especially in larger urban areas. During a health crisis, all three levels work together to protect the public. The court system is another area where cities, counties, and states have distinct roles. Municipal courts handle city-level issues like traffic violations. County courts deal with more serious crimes and civil cases. State courts oversee appeals and major legal matters. This layered system ensures that justice is administered at the appropriate level, depending on the nature of the case. Each level of government has the power to collect taxes, but the types and purposes of these taxes can differ. Cities might collect sales taxes or property taxes to fund local services. Counties may levy taxes for regional projects, while states collect income and sales taxes to fund statewide programs. Understanding who collects which taxes helps you see where your money goes and what services it supports. Elections are held at all three levels, giving residents a voice in their government. City elections choose mayors and council members. County elections select commissioners and other officials. State elections determine governors, legislators, and judges. Each level represents different interests, from your neighborhood to the entire state, ensuring that everyone has a say in how they're governed. Zoning laws determine how land can be used, and these rules are usually set by city or county governments. Cities often have detailed zoning codes for neighborhoods, business districts, and industrial areas. Counties handle zoning for unincorporated areas. States may set broad guidelines, but most decisions are made locally to reflect the needs and character of each community. Public utilities like water, electricity, and sewage are managed by different levels of government, depending on the location. Cities often run their own utility departments, while counties may provide services in rural areas. States regulate utility companies to ensure safety and fairness. This system ensures that everyone has access to essential services, no matter where they live. Emergency services such as fire departments, ambulance services, and disaster response are provided at all levels. Cities usually have their own fire and emergency medical services. Counties may operate regional emergency management agencies. States coordinate large-scale disaster response and provide resources during major emergencies. This layered approach ensures quick and effective help when it's needed most. Keeping track of public records and issuing licenses is another shared responsibility. Cities may issue business licenses and keep records of local ordinances. Counties handle property records, marriage licenses, and more. States manage driver's licenses and professional certifications. This division ensures that records are maintained accurately and that residents can access the documents they need. Parks and recreation services are provided at all levels. Cities manage local parks, playgrounds, and recreation centers. Counties may operate regional parks and nature reserves. States oversee state parks and large natural areas. This system gives residents access to green spaces and recreational opportunities, whether they live in a city, suburb, or rural area. Libraries and cultural services are often managed by cities or counties, depending on the size of the community. Cities may run their own library systems, while counties provide services to rural areas. States may support major cultural institutions and statewide library networks. This ensures that everyone has access to books, information, and cultural events. Public transportation systems are usually managed by cities or regional authorities, but states may provide funding or set regulations. Cities operate buses, subways, and light rail, while counties may run regional transit systems. States help coordinate large projects and ensure that transportation networks connect communities efficiently. Building codes and permits are usually set and enforced by city or county governments. Cities have detailed codes for construction and renovations, while counties handle permits in unincorporated areas. States may set minimum standards, but most decisions are made locally to address the unique needs of each community. Environmental protection is a shared responsibility. States set environmental regulations and enforce laws to protect air, water, and land. Cities and counties may have their own programs for recycling, waste management, and conservation. Working together, these governments help ensure a healthy environment for everyone. Economic development efforts are coordinated at all levels. Cities attract businesses with incentives and zoning, counties support regional industries, and states offer grants and tax breaks to encourage growth. By working together, these governments create jobs and improve the local economy. Housing and urban planning are managed mostly by cities, but counties and states also play a role. Cities set zoning rules and approve new developments. Counties may oversee rural housing and land use. States provide funding and set policies to encourage affordable housing and smart growth. Law enforcement is handled by different agencies at each level. City police departments patrol urban areas, county sheriffs cover rural and unincorporated regions, and state police enforce laws on highways and assist local agencies. These agencies often work together on investigations and emergencies. Fire protection is provided by city fire departments in urban areas and by county or volunteer fire departments in rural regions. States may offer training and resources for fire safety. This ensures that everyone, regardless of where they live, has access to emergency fire services. Waste management is usually handled by city or county governments. Cities collect trash and recycling in urban areas, while counties manage landfills and rural waste collection. States set regulations to ensure safe and environmentally friendly disposal. This system keeps communities clean and healthy. Public works departments maintain roads, bridges, and public buildings. Cities handle local infrastructure, counties manage regional projects, and states oversee highways and major construction. This division ensures that infrastructure is maintained at every level, supporting safe travel and economic growth. Animal control is usually managed by city or county governments. Cities may have animal shelters and control officers, while counties provide services for rural areas. States set regulations for animal welfare and disease control. This ensures the safety of both people and animals in the community. Public housing and assistance programs are managed by cities, counties, and states. Cities operate public housing units, counties administer regional assistance, and states provide funding and oversight. This ensures that low-income residents have access to safe and affordable housing. Health inspections for restaurants, hotels, and public facilities are usually conducted by city or county health departments. States set health codes and provide training. This system helps protect public health and ensures that businesses meet safety standards. Organizing public events often requires permits from city or county governments. Cities handle permits for parades, festivals, and street fairs, while counties manage events in unincorporated areas. States may regulate large gatherings or special events. This process ensures public safety and order during community celebrations. Jury duty is a civic responsibility that can be called by city, county, or state courts. Serving on a jury helps ensure a fair justice system. Civic participation also includes voting, attending public meetings, and volunteering for local boards or commissions. These activities strengthen democracy at every level. Disaster response is coordinated by all levels of government. Cities handle local emergencies, counties manage regional shelters and resources, and states coordinate large-scale relief efforts. This teamwork ensures that help is available quickly and efficiently during natural disasters or other crises. Public input is vital for effective government. Cities, counties, and states all hold public hearings, surveys, and forums to gather feedback from residents. This input helps shape policies and ensures that government decisions reflect the needs and priorities of the community. It's important to note that states are distinct from the federal government. While states manage local and regional issues, the federal government handles national defense, foreign policy, and interstate matters. States have significant autonomy, but must follow federal laws and the U.S. Constitution. This balance of power is a key feature of American government. City and county boundaries can change over time through processes like annexation or incorporation. Cities may expand by annexing nearby land, while new cities can be formed through incorporation. Counties may also adjust boundaries to better serve residents. These changes are usually decided by local governments and voters. In addition to cities, counties, and states, there are special districts and authorities that manage specific services like water, transportation, or schools. These entities cross city and county lines to provide focused services. They have their own boards and budgets, adding another layer to local government. In some areas, tribal governments operate alongside city, county, and state governments. Tribal nations have their own governments, laws, and services for their members. They work with other governments on issues like law enforcement, health, and education, adding to the diversity of local governance. Understanding the differences between cities, counties, and states helps you know where to turn for services, how to get involved, and who to contact with questions or concerns. It also helps you make informed decisions during elections and when advocating for change in your community. To sum up, cities, counties, and states each have unique roles in government. Cities focus on local services and regulations. Counties handle regional needs, and states oversee broader policies and programs. Working together, they create the framework for daily life in the United States. Now you know what city versus county versus state really means. Each level of government plays a vital role in shaping the places we live, work, and play. By understanding these distinctions, you can better navigate government services, participate in your community, and appreciate the complexity of local governance.